Back in the 1940s, a group of artists and art enthusiasts in Paris, Illinois, got together and began meeting in homes and storefronts. Over time, the group grew and evolved, and in 1976, during the United States Bicentennial celebration, they applied for funding through the Horizon Project and made it official. The Paris Bicentennial Art Center and Museum was born. But it wasn't actually until several years later that the group's collection would find a permanent home.
In 1980, Paxson Link, who owned the furniture store next door, donated this building to the Bicentennial Art Center in memory of his wife, Louise Cole Link. And so that's how they acquired the building. And then it's a historic building. It was built in like 1823 by Milton Alexander, who was the first postmaster in Paris. And he entertained Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas here as well, we've been told. And anyway, there's a lot of history here in this home, and we've been very fortunate to get it.
The two-story home lends its rooms on the main floor for displaying art. Each one kind of feels like its own gallery where patrons can view and purchase a variety of works from Illinois and Indiana artists. One of the center's primary goals, however, is to showcase local artists too.
We have a lot of artists in Paris that don't consider themselves artists. They do all kinds of different things. We had an exhibit here, I think it was a year ago, January, and it was just Paris artists, and we took everything from wood carving to quilts to pottery to dolls, because we feel people put art in a little slot that says you have to do painting or ceramics and that's art. And we feel like there are a lot of people that they have artistic talent and they just don't think of it that way. And so as a small town, we like to try to get the small town people to come in and bring their things in and see that they are just as artistic as anybody that can paint. So.
In an effort to help encourage and develop those local artists, the center's upstairs is used mainly for classes offered to both children and adults. Classes range from watercolor and crafts to pottery and other art forms. In addition to classes, the center hosts a variety of art-related events and competitions throughout the year.
We have 4 set, what we call competitions every year, and they're held the same time every year. And we have a photography show. We have Paint Illinois, which is just for Illinois artists, and that's a good show because people are supposed to go out and be inspired by things out in the state. And then we have an amateur show the first of the year, which is an opportunity for those that are just getting started to come in. And we also have our fall show in October that's open to a 100-mile radius of the art center, so we get Indiana artists. And we take all mediums in that show except photography, and all of those 4 shows are juried, so that gives everyone an opportunity to come in and have their artwork judged by a judge. So, and then the rest of the time we go out. We have people that may approach us, or else we may approach someone and ask if they're interested in exhibiting here, and that's how we fill our other slots during the year. So it's a variety of art, different things all the time.
They say variety is the spice of life, and it's the variety that the Bicentennial Art Center and Museum provides that proves that sometimes, to get the educational and cultural experience of a city, you don't have to go any further than your own backyard.
Most people that come in here will say, I didn't know this place was here, and they're surprised at the Art Center. And I think when I first started working here, I had driven by this place thousands of times and then saw an ad in the paper and came in and was just surprised that a town this size has this nice of an art center. And I have no art background and I'm not an artist, but I appreciate art and the work that's involved in doing it. And I just think what makes us unique is that we do have this beautiful facility that we have been able to maintain, and I think people enjoy coming in here and exhibiting here because we do have a nice place for them to come. So.